All right, guys, what is up? My name is Jerry9. Thank you for bearing with me. Sorry about the late start. Michigan against Pittsburgh, the first of two USFL games today. Then we got New Orleans against Memphis coming up at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern on NBC. But this game is on Fox right now. Michigan against Pittsburgh, two teams in the North Division. A big game for both of these teams. Michigan, if they win, combined with a New Jersey loss tomorrow, the Panthers are in the playoffs. So on the line, Pittsburgh needs to win this game. Pittsburgh, if they do not win this game, they are out. They are mathematically eliminated. The worst team in the USFL last year, one of the worst. Would miss the playoffs back-to-back years with a loss today. Been a rough season for the Maulers at 2-6. Michigan 3-5. Usually it's not that good of a record, but you know what? In the North Division, top two teams make it, and the North Division, definitely the weaker of the two divisions this year. So thank you guys for tuning in. My name is Jerry9 again. If you have any questions about this game, just fire away. I'll be happy to answer. We're going to be live streaming and commentating this game. We are also going to be answering your questions. If you want to have your question moved to the front of the queue, we have donations. You can donate, and I'll get to your question right away. Otherwise, I'm just going to go in the order that I see them. But again, we got 6 straight hours of USFL football today, and we got 6 hours tomorrow. Not continuous hours tomorrow. There's a bit of a gap in between the two games. But tomorrow, do have the other two games. We're live streaming all 4 games. And this will be the last week we live stream the regular season. There's not going to be any live streams next week, because next week is when all the chaos officially happens. I've been preparing for the move, and next week is when, well, all the chaos actually starts, and we start moving apartments. I have the keys to both places starting next week, so just something to keep in mind. But we're going to do all 4 games this week to make up for it. First time watching USFL. Is it a good standard? Thank you. Welcome to the stream, Steve. Look, there are some things about the USFL that are good. You're going to see, running-wise, you picked 2 of the worst teams in the USFL to watch, so I would say wait for, Sunday's games are going to be pretty good. But these games should be pretty good as well. Running game is a lot better here than in the XFL. I will say that. The one thing that the USFL does better than the XFL, the running games are much better in the USFL. Will the Jaguars' same upgrades be enough for Jacksonville to host Super Bowl again? No. They'll be nice. They're well needed, but without the proper hotel rooms, without the proper infrastructure, without the proper facilities downtown, it's not going to happen. And to be fair to Jacksonville, in the video that came out, the release video, it said nothing about hosting Super Bowls. It said about hosting Final Four, Florida, Georgia. It said nothing about hosting the Super Bowl. They know those days are done. When the Titans and Bills move into their new homes in 2026, what type of logo and jersey upgrades could you see them doing? Titans they'll do a complete overhaul. That thumbtack logo will go. The Bills, they've kept the same logo since 1974, I want to say. It's one of the classic logos. They're not making any changes. How's it going, everyone? Well, hope all is well. Welcome to the stream, Weather Jared. Thank you for tuning in. But have a look for USFL news. Anything interesting? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of note. Last week we live streamed the game between New Orleans and Philadelphia. That was probably the game of the season. That was phenomenal. But doing all 4 games this week, but nothing like that. Which quarterbacks do you see having a 500-yard passing game? Very rare to have happen. Very rare to have happen. I think we're going to see maybe two quarterbacks this year do it. I think Mahomes will probably get one. I think we're going to do, I think Burrow will get one. We have a 3960 from Michael Hodel. Holy cow. Welcome. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you. Hey, JJ, hope you're well, brother. New music is coming along well so far. That's awesome. That is awesome. Going to Brazil next month. Woo. Ooh, never been to Brazil. Have a great time, though. Look forward to the next 6 hours. Definitely helps with Grubhub. It should. Kickoff return. He's got it to the 40, to the 50, to the 45. Trying to make a man miss. 40, and down at the 30-yard line. A nice start for Pittsburgh. Again, a must-win game for the Maulers, and they're off to a phenomenal start as the kickoff return by Josh Simmons taken all the way down to the Michigan 30-yard line. So, great field position to start off for the Maulers. Bit of a delayed start there. Had one man to beat, and we were good to go. Luis is incredible. Holy cow. I don't think he's going to hit above 400, but I could definitely see him finishing the season above 370. Have a great time in Brazil. Great to hear about the music, and again, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for the donation as always. Thank you so much. It's a first 10. Troy Williams, the quarterback, there at the 29-yard line. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Williams drops back, clean pocket, fires, going for the end zone. It is incomplete, intended there for number 13, C.J. Turner. Coverage on the play, courtesy of Levante Taylor. Nothing doing there. Again, if you've never watched the USFL, the 3 red boxes at the bottom indicate the red timeouts. You get 1 challenge per game. It's a running clock on everything for the first quarter and the third quarter. We've got a regular timing rules in the first and second half, or second and fourth quarter rather, with 5 minutes left. So just keep that in mind. 2 in the backfield, 3 wide, second and 10. Williams is going to throw again. Going to look to his man, the flat, bit of a low throw, but he makes the grab, and down at the 16-yard line, Isaiah Henney. Gain of 13, good enough for a first down in Pittsburgh in the red zone. It's great to hear about the new music, though, because I know, like, personally speaking, like, you can get writer's block and whatnot and everything, so that's good to hear. That is good to hear. Are the Maulers going to be a playoff team? I mean, the NL is terrible, so... Look, the Marlins have what it takes. I mean, they look good against the D-backs. I think they're legit. Williams going into the end zone. It is... caught! What a play! A go route, and it is a catch. Josh Simmons, the man of the hour, had the kickoff return, and then has the 16-yard touchdown grab, just on a go route and a beautiful grab. They take advantage of the good field position, and Pittsburgh, 3 plays, a nice clean grab there. Williams hauls it in, one-on-one coverage with Josh Butler, and the Butler could not do it there. Josh Simmons with the grab. 6-0 Pittsburgh, just 74 seconds into this contest. Nice start there for the Maulers. Again, they need it. A loss eliminates them from the playoffs. A win keeps them alive in the very, very bad North Division. A win keeps them alive. Remember, a 4-6 team in the XFL won it all, so who's to say Pittsburgh if they can't get in? You never know. The review in the play looks clean from everything I've seen so far. Don't see any bobbles. Don't see that ball hit the ground. Let's see one more time. Yeah, that ball does not hit the ground. That is a clean catch if I've ever seen one. That is absolutely a clean catch. And they have confirmed the play. The play clock is starting to reset. So we're going to have the extra point coming up by Chris Blewett. Blewett in the last game. But that one is right down the middle. 7-0 Maulers to start off. A great start following a nice kickoff return down to the 29-yard line by Josh Simmons. 3 plays later, he's the one that scores a touchdown. 3 plays later, he is the one that finds the end zone. 7-0 Maulers. Maulers getting USFL championship. Not sure I go that far, but I appreciate the true reference. But again, who's to say? Who is to say? Who is to say? And this was a... the XFL 4-6 Renegades won it all. No one saw that coming. 64-yard kick return. Then the 17-yard catch by Simmons. Nice play there. All right, let's see. This year, NBA Finals give me similar feelings to 99 with the 1 seed in the West and the first final appearance on 8 seed. 8 champ out to end. Yeah, this is a mismatch. I said this was not going to go past 5. I said it wouldn't shock me if they swept. This is not going to go past 5. Nuggets are just a superior team. It's why I was a bit upset when he came back, because I knew for a fact that this was just a mismatch. A mismatch from the start. Denver's playing too well. Now, granted, I don't think Boston would have put the fight. But at least I think they would have taken a game or two. Denver's just playing the lights out. Denver is just playing amazing basketball. Great team basketball. They thoroughly deserve the championship. This is a formality at this point. But back to the Marlins thing. Look, the Marlins are legit. The Marlins are 100% legit. Especially because right now, again, Sandy's not pitching the best. He'll figure it out. He will figure it out. I mean, this offense looks good. The Marlins are playing really good baseball. And you look at the NL, you think, okay, Only one team from the NL Central's making. I think the Pirates fall apart. I don't think they have what it takes. I mean, the Reds might have a good run with all the youngsters they got. Cardinals, who knows? Cardinals, I'm waiting for them to actually get on a hot streak because they're better than the record says, talent-wise, but obviously they're not showing it. And the NL East, I mean, Phillies are starting to get it together. Mets are choking beyond belief. But the NL West, I think you got the D-backs and the Dodgers, and then you got the Braves, and you got whoever comes out of the NL Central. You got 2 spots. I don't see why the Marlins can't get one of those. I don't see why the Marlins can't get one of those. I really don't. They are an awfully good team. Am I going to show the game? I'm legally not allowed to show the game. I'm legally not allowed to show it. It's a violation of copyright law. I can get arrested. I can lose my channel. A lot of bad things can happen. So I am not allowed to show the game. This game is on Fox, though. If you do want to watch this game, is on Fox. What would the college pass rating be if you did nothing but spike ball? I'm not sure. I actually don't know, because college rating is a bit different. You can go into the negatives in college. You can go up to like 300 for pass rating. It's bizarre. Kickoff fielded at the 12-yard line. Got a bit of a gap down to the 39-yard line on the return there. I believe that was Caden Davis on the return, if I'm not mistaken. Was Caden Davis getting 26 on the play? We're down to the 39-yard line. That's where Michigan is going to start off. Josh Love playing red hot as of late. You see it on the screen. 5 touchdowns, 1 pick. So I'm playing a lot better. Lately. So let's see if the Panthers can answer here following a 3-play drive. Touchdown drive by the Maulers. Again, Michigan is in the playoffs with a win and a Generals loss tomorrow. First down. The shotgun. Love fires deep. He's got a man! An incomplete, underthrown ball, intended target. I should say coverage there by Arnold Tarpley. Had a man, had the step too. It was Trey Quinn who was the intended target. Had him beat. That was a post pattern over the middle. Underthrown ball. He leads him better by about 5 more yards. That is an easy touchdown. And Arnold Tarpley able to bat that one down. So 2nd and 10 coming up. Since the last time I saw you, the world's changed a lot. Yes, it has. We know the Messi saga now. We know how that's ending. 2nd and 10, handoff and stuffed behind the line. Loss of 2 or 3 on the play. It is to Zeno who takes him down. It is Kivaya to Zeno. Loss of 3, 3rd and 13. Michigan going backwards. So not actually stream. Yes. Like every other stream on YouTube. I don't think anyone on YouTube is showing the game because they're not allowed to. If they are, they're going to get their channel taken down. 3rd and 12. Ball at the 36-yard line. Love fires slant route behind his target and is caught. Did he get the first down is the question. Joe Walker makes the grab. Did he get the first? It's going to be a close spot. It was a nice catch there by Walker on a throw that was a bit behind. As of now, I'm going to say he did not get it, but we're going to see. Had to get to the 48. I think he's going to be about a yard, half-yard short. We have the ball tracking technology. So we'll see. And this might be 4-down territory. You're close enough. We're just set to fall forward. It is 4th and 1. They are going to punt. The ball. 4th and 1 near midfield. I'm a bit surprised by that. So a 3 and out. I'm not sure I would have punted there. And that's a terrible punt, too. It's a terrible punt. Touchback going to the 20-yard line. So a great start for Pittsburgh. Quick touchdown, and they force a 3 and out. I don't know why Michigan punted, especially since that punt only got a net of 33 yards. So again, a great start for the Maulers. With 11:37 left in the first quarter. Pittsburgh leading 7-0. Did anyone think Messi would go to Inter Miami? I knew he wouldn't go to Saudi Arabia. I said he's got too much to lose. He doesn't need the money. I didn't think he would Saudi. I thought he'd go back to Barcelona. I really did. I thought he would go back to Barcelona. I knew Miami was in play. I'm shocked. But look, as an American soccer fan, how can you not be happy? This is a huge deal. It seems that the Nevada government is stalling on the A's approval, which indicates most of them don't want that team in Vegas. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. Let me just get a quick sip of water, and then I'll answer that question. Gotta stay hydrated. Yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't want to work with Fisher either. He's basically major leaguing the A's, making them a very uncompetitive team. The whole thing about I'm going to appeal to tourists versus appeal to the actual fans, I wouldn't want to work with him. I would not want to work with him. There's no reason it came to his demands, especially because he's dead set on moving. There's no reason why. He's been set on moving to Vegas for a while. There's no reason for Vegas to cave. If Luis doesn't get 2 hits in a game, Skip Schumacher is tempted to run on the field and take the temperature. Worst commissioner each decade since the 80s. Rozelle in the 80s, Seelig in the 90s, Bettman in the 2000s, Manfred in the 2020s, Stern in the 2010s. I would say 2010s would also be Bettman. Stern wasn't really around for a lot of the 2010s. And plus, Bettman and Stern, they both had the lockout issue in the 2010s. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, quite an offseason for Josh Allen. Quite an offseason. Yeah, I think the bigger signing with MLS was Beckham, just because that took MLS from 1.0 to 2.0. That made MLS legit. That was the move that was like, oh wow, this league is for real. It's not going to fold. But this move is going to give him so much money. Love it. Empty backfield. Williams feels the pressure, and he goes down to the 9-yard line. Loss of 11 on the play. Cornerback blitz there. And a loss of 11 yards. Sent the Hounds, and it's 2nd and 21. Following the nice pressure. I believe I don't have a 21 on my depth chart. I don't know why. I'm trying to make out who that was. Is it Tyree Robinson? It was Kai Nakua. My apologies. It was Kai Nakua again. I do not have a 21 on the depth chart. Second down, handoff up the middle, gain of 5 yards on the play. Madre London, the top running back on the team. Brings up 3rd and 15. They get some of that yardage back. They get some breathing room where they don't have to be passing it on their own end zone. But still 3rd and 15 coming up. To see a playoff game in Miami would be a dream. You already know I would go. Oh, yeah. Look, there has never been a playoff game in Miami in the new stadium with fans. There's never been a playoff game in Miami in the new stadium with fans. 3rd and 15. Williams, and he's going to get sacked for the second time this drive. That time he's brought down by number 32, who again I don't have on my depth chart. I don't know why. Nakua now is 20. Nakua is 21. 32, is that Tyree Robinson? Yeah, I don't have. I feel terrible. I don't have. Okay, I just got the update. It's Levi Bell. It's Levi Bell. So my apologies there. So Levi Bell with the sack. Fair catch is going to be made on a bad punt at the 41-yard line. So Michigan's going to have great field position. As I get the... Everything is going wrong right now. We get the ball graphic. Let's not reduce it. Let's bring it there to the 41-yard line. So poor punt there. Only got net of about 32. 33. Michigan going to start this drive in Pittsburgh territory. 9:35 left. A very slow-moving first quarter. A very, very slow-moving first quarter so far. I think Ellie De La Cruz is an absolute beast. He's fast and has so much power. Yes. Oh, for sure. 100%. How can you not love Ellie De La Cruz? He's the complete package. He's got everything you need. He's got everything you want in a player. Now, granted, here's the thing. I think people talking about him for Rookie of the Year, I think that's crazy talk. He got called up too late. He's had a great run. Don't get me wrong. It's very early. 4 games into his career. Playing lights out. I don't know how Unless Corbin Carroll gets into a bad slump and Cruz keeps this up, I don't know how he's overtaking Corbin Carroll for Rookie of the Year. I don't know how. I mean, Corbin Carroll is playing at an MVP level. Not just a Rookie of the Year level. He's playing at an MVP kind of level. So I think Ellie De La Cruz didn't start fast enough to win Rookie of the Year. So the fact that he's number 2 in the odds is kind of crazy to me. But look, he's playing well. No disrespect. He's playing well. He's a lot of fun to watch. Las Vegas has the Raiders and Golden Knights and the Aces in NASCAR and F1. Do they need the Athletics? No, they don't. They don't need the A's. The A's would be more of a tourist team, it seems like. I mean, they have the Aviators. The Aviators draw pretty well. I don't know how many people will go to the games. That's the thing. That market's saturated enough as it is. You're putting the team on the Strip. A lot of locals don't go to the Strip. The A's are not exactly Vegas's own team. Like, the Golden Knights are ingrained into that city. The A's are not. And the A's will never be. The A's will never be. I think people are sour on the A's, and rightfully so. Is Mitch the starter from Michigan? I would say so. I think so. We'll see. We'll see. Would Messi come in MLS make it 3.0? It's already been 3.0. I think this makes it 3.5. But it's been 3.0 for a while. 2.0 was teams are building soccer-specific stadiums, but they're doing it in the suburbs. 3.0 is, okay, they're building actual soccer-specific stadiums that are not just makeshift stadiums with stages. They're actual stadiums in downtown. I think right now we're at 3.5. We have a $2 for weather chart. Thank you so much. Let me put that in. Would I be for an NFL versus CFL All-Star game? I think that would be terrible. I think an NFL CFL All-Star game would be a terrible game. It would be so uncompetitive. The best player in the CFL is probably a backup in the NFL. I don't think there was any chance in the world an NFL CFL All-Star game would go well. Was the last time they were playoffs for the Marlins back in Yes, it was 97, 03, and 2020. So excluding the COVID years, they made the playoffs only twice, and both times they won the World Series. First and 15 following the penalty. Handoff goes to Stevie Scott, and he's fouled up at the line of scrimmage, so second and 15. 2 runs for the Panthers so far today. Loss of 2 in total. Yeah, I would agree with that assessment about the trade. I would agree with that assessment. Running out of which blank we still sell. That's about SEC football championships. Could an all-star team of XFL and USFL players combined be the 2017 Browns? No. Second 15. Love fires. Has got his man on an out route. Only to about the 41-yard line. So 3rd and 10 coming up. Gain of 5. Still got their work cut out for them. Marcus Ball with the grab. Look, I don't think the 2017 Browns were that bad defensively. I really don't. I think the Browns defensively were a fine team. The problem was that they had Deshaun Kaiser at quarterback. That was the problem. Now, I think XFL, USFL All-Star team, they have better quarterback play. I don't think that's a stretch. I don't think it's a stretch to say Ben DiNucci would probably do better at quarterback than Deshaun Kaiser. Empty backfield. Love. Fires. Past the 6. Over the middle. It's overthrown. It's intercepted. It is intercepted. The 15-yard line to the 20. To the 25. And he's down at the 30-yard line. It is Mark Gilbert. Number 30 to the 30. A horrible start for the Panthers offensively. A horrible start for Love. And Mark Gilbert takes advantage of it. Overthrown ball over the middle. Love has overthrown a pass. He's underthrown a pass. Having a rough game so far. You saw it on that play as Mark Gilbert makes the pick. The only rush through was a clean pocket. No reason for that throw to be as high as it was. Intended target on the play looked like it was Joe Walker. Went off his hand. Tough grab to make. He could not make that grab. That's well in front of him. And Mark Gilbert makes the interception. Yeah, I don't know what rules it would go by. They're actually going to say took it out to the 31-yard line. Williams behind the line of scrimmage. It's caught. Gain of 3 on the play. Isaiah Henney takes it to the 34-yard line. So 2nd and 7 coming up. You see Georgia becoming the first three-peat national champs in college football history. No. And the reason why, I think it's, it's tough for me to pick a team to win it all when they have a new quarterback. That's basically what it comes down to. They've been rolling with Stetson Bennett for so long, and now Bennett's in the NFL, that I think it's going to take a year. Now, granted, they're still going to be very good. Don't get me wrong, they're still going to be very good. I'm still going to put them in the playoff, but not sure they're going to win it all just yet. Williams goes down on the sack. 3rd time today. The Maulers' offensive line is not giving him any help whatsoever, and it's Garrett Marino who brings it down this time. So the last 4 passing attempts, 3 of them have resulted in sacks. Williams is taking an absolute beating down there. Marino just comes up the middle and Williams never had a chance on that one. 3rd and 16, ball at the 25-yard line. Now they put Henney in the backfield. Play clock at 0. And Pittsburgh is going to have to burn one of their 3 timeouts. Got 2 left. 6:43 left in the first quarter of action. Yeah, Raiders are already a tourist team. I mean, they got some support, but it's not the same. Vegas, it is strictly Vegas. It's not a tourist team. But there's so much already in Vegas. I'm not sure they would embrace the A's. So which SEC championships would be sweeps? All right, let's see. Let's pull them all up. We'll do it after this, after the commercial break, because we'll probably talk about that for a bit. 3rd and 16, Williams at the 25, and he's going to go down again for the 4th time in the last 5 passing attempts. That time, it is number 57, Breland Speaks, telling Williams, don't speak, you're going to go down. Down to the 17-yard line, loss of 8 on the play. They got to figure something out. Their quarterback is taking a beating back there. 4 sacks in this quarter. 4 sacks on the last 5 passing attempts. Michigan forcing a ton of pressure. 4th and 24. And that punt's going to be blown dead. Back him up another 5. False start. Pittsburgh just going backwards. Yeah, I don't know about you. I think they're going to go for it here. I think 4th and 29. Your own 12-yard line. I think that's a great time to go for it. This league going to end because it's extremely low on scoring defense. Does sell tickets. That's why the XFL was successful. Offense sells. I think that's oversimplifying things. I think that's oversimplifying things a lot. Look, I think the USFL has a big offseason coming up in terms of the ratings are not quite what Fox and NBC want them to be. They're fine, but they're not great. That's a booming punt, though. That's a booming punt. And that punt is going to be fielded at the 6-yard line. What is the net on that one? He goes out of bounds to the 12-yard line. From the 12 to the 12. What a punt by Matt Mengel. Oh, my goodness. From the 12-yard line to the 6-yard line. I got to do the math on that one. Holy cow. Let me do the math on that. 42, 48, 38, 28, 18. Folks, that's a 70... That's an 80... 82-yard punt? I think that's an 82-yard punt. Net of 76. Oh, my goodness. On the last punt, Mengel only got about 30 yards. That one about 76 yards net. Wow. Wow. Heck of a punt there. All right, I'll get back to the USFL, XFL thing in a bit, but let's see. Sweeps, 2022, definitely a sweep. 2022 is absolutely a sweep. don't think 2020 would be a sweep. I don't think that one. I'm kind of biased. I don't think that would be a sweep. I think Kyle Trask, Kyle Pitts, that offense was so good that I think they take one off of them. But I think 2015 and 2016 are definitely sweeps. I would say 2019 is probably a sweep. LSU was just too good that year. Auburn, Missouri is a sweep. Bama, Missouri is a sweep. Auburn Scar is probably a sweep. I don't think 06 would be a sweep. I know you said 06. I don't think that would be a sweep. I think McFadden would run wild in one of the games. I don't think that would be a sweep. '02 would be a sweep. I think 99 Florida probably takes one. I think they take one. I think 98 would be a sweep. I think 98 would probably be a sweep. And 95, I would say, would be a sweep. That was an 83-yard punt. Holy cow, 83 yards. Yes, I think the thing with the USFL, the main problem, and it's glaringly obvious, is lack of fan support. I think that's glaringly obvious in terms of getting butts in the stands and getting butts in the seats. I think that's glaringly obvious, especially when you compare it to the XFL where there's atmosphere. I mean, at least from what it seems like when I was doing the XFL streams, people were getting into the games. People were like, they had their favorite teams and whatnot. It's not so much the case in the USFL. It's not hard to see why, because teams aren't playing in their home cities for the most part. Next year is a big year because next year they want to put every team back in their home city. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Handoff goes up the middle. Stevie Scott gained a 5 on the play. I definitely also think the quality of play, if I'm comparing XFL to USFL, I think the running game is better in the USFL. Everything else, I don't think there's a single thing. That's not to say that's bad. But I don't think there's a single thing besides running game that the XFL is worse at. 75 Love rolls out, hits this guy in the flat, loss of 1 on the play. And that was again a high throw. Josh Babkis. Loss of 1 there. Love having a rough game so far. 3 for 5, 14 yards, 1 pick, no touchdowns. QB rating of 25. Not good. The sack magnet Troy Williams, yeah. I don't think it's just the league is built on defense. I think it's just when you have offense and defense just starting out, I think defense always wins. Love going deep. And that is, holy cow, that's a nice catch. That's a nice grab down the sideline. Eli Walker insisting that wasn't a grab. Let's see this here. Let's see this again. One-handed grab. Oh my goodness. A.J. Richardson. Did he get both feet in? Again, you need 2 feet in. 1, 2. That's a catch. That is a catch. A one-handed grab. Walker had great coverage. But Richardson, what a phenomenal grab. I didn't think he had that. I did not think he had that. Oh my goodness. A.J. Richardson. I think they're going to review that one, but as things stand, move it to the 44-yard line. A.J. Richardson. Gain of 40 yards on there. Pittsburgh going to challenge that one. But at least from what I can tell, that's clean. At least from what I can tell, he got both feet in. He never lost the football. And I don't know why we're looking at a monitor, or people looking at a monitor. I just want to look at the play. But what a phenomenal catch of this. This looks like it's going to stand. 1, 2, got the knee. 1 knee equals 2 feet. That ball is clearly in Richardson's hands. It does not bobble, does not hit the ground. I see 2 feet. I also see 1 knee, which is the same thing. I don't see any loss of control of that ball. That is a clean catch. Pittsburgh loses a timeout. They lose their only challenge. Clean grab there by Richardson. Gain of 40. A nice throw there by Love and a nice grab there by Richardson, to say the least. Good coverage by Walker, just very, very good. Right, here we go. First down at the 45-yard line. Love rolls out, fires in the flat. It's caught, gain of 2 on the play. Catch made by Cole Heinekini. Second and 8. Look, we saw the same thing also with offense, defense in the XFL. The first few weeks, defense was superior. Then by the end, the offense was getting better, and the offense overtook it. I think the thing is that quarterback play is better in the XFL. That's the noticeable thing. Quarterback play, kicking is also better in the XFL. Like, I'm not sure how many guys from the USFL are making it to the NFL, but there are quite a few that from the XFL that have already made it. That ball is tipped. It is intercepted. Tipped to the line. Intercepted the second pick today by Love. Taken out to the 39-yard line. That pick made by the linebacker, Tazzino. Kavaya Tazzino. Second time that Love has been intercepted today. That one got tipped at the line. And Pittsburgh, despite the long catch by Richardson, they get out of this one unscathed. The defense has come to play. Let's watch this one again. Jordan Love has had a rough one so far. The rush 4, tipped there. It looked like by Will Miles. At least from what I could tell, it was Will Miles who made the pick. It was Will Miles. The one-on-one battle with Gene Pryor could not keep him engaged. Miles with the tip. Tazzino with the pick. First and 10 at the 40-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Gain of 5 yards on the play. It's Garrick Rorschach. Very slow-moving first quarter, but a lot of action. A lot of action so far. Who wins the Stanley Cup? Oh, Vegas. Vegas. I don't say Florida coming back from this. Is John Morant becoming the NBA's Antonio Brown? Yeah, I'd say so. Talented player ruining his career for no reason. Yeah. Although at least with Brown, you could maybe argue that it happened due to brain damage and whatnot. Morant, there's no brain damage. You're just an idiot. Second 5. Had his man incomplete pass. It's a 3. You gotta hit. I think that was Ishmael Hyman on the intended target number 14. Third and 5. Thoughts on the Zion situation? I mean, it's a bad look for him. It's a bad look, but look, just be faithful. It's one of those things. Just be faithful. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to be faithful. Third and 5. Williams. He's getting pressure, and he's going to get sacked for the 5th time this quarter. Credit that one once again to Breland Speaks, although he kind of fell into that one. 2 sacks now for Speaks, but there was a flag on the play. There was a flag on the play. This one might not stand. It is holding on the defense, so wipe it off. First down for the Maulers. Again, though. Forced pressure, but holding there. Josh Butler getting called for the hold. It's a bit of a rough game so far. Butler allowed the touchdown. Play good coverage, but yeah, that's clear holding. He keeps that drive alive as well. I believe number 14 is this one in Hyman. I don't have a 14 on my depth chart, but Hyman doesn't have a number on my depth chart, so I'm assuming that is him. If it's not, please correct me. First down handoff up the middle. Nothing doing it is Madre London who goes down. I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but second and 10 brought down there by Walter Palmore. Let's see what the sack magnet does this possession. They got bailed by a holding there. The Steelers are setting their magic to the Maulers. It's confirmed the Maulers go into the poor man's Super Bowl. And defensively, they look pretty good. They look pretty good. Is Michigan's defense really this good, or is this performance in the first quarter outlier? I mean, Pittsburgh is the worst team in the USFL, so just keep that in mind. Their offense has been bad both seasons. Slant route dropped. That's a catch you gotta make there. Dropped by Trey Walker. Gotta make that grab. 3rd and 11. Well, their own 49-yard line. 50 seconds left. It was a good start offensively to the game. A very good start offensively. And ever since, a lot of sacks, some drop passes, some turnovers. And these teams are at the bottom of the USFL. And once again, Williams got hit on that one. He took a shot. He's gone down 6 times today. Holy cow. They're in 11. 4 wide. Running back in the backfield. Williams. Pressure. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. No flag on the play. Coverage there by Levante Taylor. And the Maulers will be forced to punt. But that should take us to the end of the first quarter. Maulers lead 7-0. Scored 3 plays into the game. And ever since then, it's been a battle of Jordan Love turning it over, or Josh Love turning it over. I don't know why I said Jordan Love there. Josh Love turning it over, and Troy Williams just getting sack after sack. Who do I think wins the Heisman? Oh, I hate to say it. I really hate to say it. But I did say, when I watched Jaden Daniels against Oregon in 2019, that one day he would win the Heisman, or be a finalist for it. Well, Caleb is a safe pick. But I'm going to go Jaden Daniels. It kills me, but I'm going to go Jaden Daniels. Thoughts about the Apple Vision Pro? Not for $3,500. Not for $3,500. Of course, Javon McCoy. I don't think he's eligible for the Heisman, though. I think he's too good. Should Week 18 of Sunny Football be the 2 worst teams? Why would that ever be the case? Why would that ever be the case? Does it help the A's if they already have another old Oakland team? No, I don't think it makes a difference. I think it's just the fact that this is not Vegas' team. I guess you could blame the existence of Taylor Swift for the demise of the Oakland A's. He's 1 in 89. Swift was born a month and a half later. I mean, she's not playing at the Coliseum on her Eras tour. Play at the Coliseum. Predictions for the playoffs. All right, it's very early. But if I had to guess right now, no particular order. Let's go Bills, Jags, Bengals, Chiefs, Chargers, Jets, and man, the final one's tough. The final team is tough. You know, I think, you know what? Look, I think Miami with Vic Fangio as the defensive coordinator, I think Tua can stay healthy. The problem is I don't know if Tua can stay healthy. That's the problem. They do have Mike White as a backup. He's a capable backup. Let's say Miami, though Tennessee's going to be in it. Tennessee, do not count on Tennessee. Remember, they were right in the thick of things before everyone got hurt. NFC, Eagles, Lions, Niners. Who am I taking in the South? I'll take the Panthers in the South, just because I don't trust any other coach. Cowboys. This is brutal. The NFC is so bad. I don't like Love. I don't think Eberflus is that good of a head coach. So I don't think the Bears did enough to improve to make the playoffs. Vikings are going to crash back down to earth. Seahawks, Geno Smith was not that good the second half of the season. Rams have no one left. The Cardinals are a mess. The Giants, I mean, I'm not crazy about them. The Commanders, I don't like their quarterback situation. I got to pick 2. And then the NFC South. I guess I'll say the Falcons and the Giants, but I'm not confident in anything about that. That punt almost blocked, but Mengel gets it off, and it takes a bounce and fielded at the 16-yard line. So not a great punt there by Mengel. Said 3 punts, 2 of them not the greatest. And then the other one going for 84 yards. Michigan going to start this drive at their own 16-yard line. Didn't JJ and I go to house? Yes, I did. I went to the one in Glendale. I went to the Eras tour the second night in Glendale. My friend got tickets for like $100 I don't even remember what I paid for them. It's like 120. Bargain of the century. I'm looking at those prices now. Not kidding when I say best store I've ever been to in my life. Best store I've ever been to. I'm not even like a diehard Taylor Swift fan. I like her. I'm not a diehard fan like I am with some other artists. Greatest tour I've ever been to in my life. And it's not even close. First down, Love. He goes down, but I think... I don't think it's going to stand. I think the helmet got hit on that one. I think there was a face mask penalty or something to the head. Love clearly got a shot to the head on that one. Face mask, 15-yard penalty, so that is not going to stand. Yeah, that is very clearly a face mask. Call that penalty on number 95, Nasir Player. And yeah, he definitely got a whole lot of face masks there. Move it up to the 30. Which SpongeBob fight seems to be sweet? I mean, the one where Patrick fights himself. So that's SpongeBob against the Salty Spittoon. Handoff goes to Scott. Scott trying to stiff arm his way through. Gain of 4 yards on the play. Eventually brought out of bounds by Keith Gibson. Again, after this game, NBC will be televising the game between the New Orleans Breakers and the Memphis Showboats. So we'll be live streaming that. And at the same time, the Champions League Finals also on. I'll have that as in one of my monitors, Man City against Inter. So we'll get some monitors going when that happens. Let's see. Love fires deep. Double coverage, incomplete pass. Intended target Marcus Ball. But Arnold Harpley, Bryce Tomden, all over that one. Love tried to force that one. Lucky that wasn't his third pick of the game. Do I bet in these games? I do not bet these games. I do not bet USFL games. I bet a lot of other sports. I don't bet USFL. Like, I'll bet baseball. I'll bet Canadian football. I think I'm just going to bet Winnipeg the whole season. 3rd and 6 worked out for me yesterday. 3rd and 6 over the middle, slant route. That one is caught and down to the 49-yard line. Catch there made by Cole Hedekini. He had about 15 yards on the play. Good enough for a Michigan first down. In 2047, in the NBA, the New York Knicks won the draft lottery to select Idaho's 7'7" center Jim Smith. He's not even born yet. Handoff goes nowhere. Toa stumbles his way back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, it's clearly going to be Baby Gronk Jr. who's going to go to the Knicks in 2047 with the number 1 pick. How is Williams going to get the single-game sack record with that mess? He's going to try his best. If I were the coach, I would tell my O-line to do better at blocking their lane defenders in like water going through a dam. Beavers would have to see that. Yeah, it's been bad. Michigan has been all over Pittsburgh today. Defensive line. They rush for Love. Clean pocket, fires over the middle. Late throw there, but it is caught. There was a flag on the play. Looks like it came... Pittsburgh's clapping. It looks like this one might be on the Panthers. Pittsburgh was clapping. Pass interference on the offense. That's how Josh Babbitt's created that separation. So, 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down. 2nd and 20 now. Should there be 2 bye weeks instead of 17 games? I think both. I think it should be 2 bye weeks and 19 weeks. That's what it should be. Pro gamblers are now betting on how many sacks Williamson's up with today. Over under 10 at this point. Nice haircut. Thank you. Yeah, just got on Monday. 2nd and 19. Quick little screen pass. Nothing doing. Gets a yard, and that is it. To the 40-yard line. 3rd and 18 coming up. Catch made by Trey Quinn. Think Ted much more mistakes for the Colts if they won the 95 championship? No, I mean, he wanted to go back to Baltimore. It wasn't really a case of them firing him. He wanted to go back to Baltimore. He wanted to be let out of his contract. He wasn't going to re-sign with them either way. Can they get this playoff? 1 second on the play clock. And they're just going to hand it off up the middle, just conceding there. Nothing doing. So 4th and 18. And Michigan forced to punt yet again. Another drive that goes absolutely nowhere. That punt is blocked! That punt is blocked by Pittsburgh! Punt is blocked to the 28-yard line! Oh my goodness! Pittsburgh's defense and special teams, have yourself a day! 2 interceptions and a blocked punt. What a phenomenal special teams play there. Madre London, the running back, recovers that one. And he was the one that blocked it too. Does it all. Madre London blocks Kyle Kramer's punt. Again, Pittsburgh needs this game. If they do not win this game, they are mathematically eliminated. If they win it, they are right in the thick of things. They are right in the thick of things. 1st and 10, handoff. Nothing to do. A guy's helmet came off, though. We'll see if there's a flag on that one. None for the moment. None for the moment. Looks like Leon Johnson's helmet came off on that one. But no penalty. As long as we don't have a historically bad defense like last year, I think the Vikings will be fine. Yeah, the problem is that usually those one-possession games, they were undefeated in one-possession games this year. That's not going to last. That's the problem. They were undefeated in the regular season one-possession games. Usually that's a pretty good indicator that you're going to regress. 2nd and 10. Williams gets 2 yards with his feet as he rolls out to the 26-yard line. 3rd and 8. I'm not sure if you can trust Chris Blewett if it comes down to a field goal here. The score is very misleading. Pittsburgh is dominating this game. Michigan can't respond. I mean, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that. At the end of the day, Michigan, I wouldn't say Pittsburgh's dominating. I would just say Pittsburgh's defense is playing lights out. But Michigan's defense, I mean, they're forcing a ton of pressure. Going deep, end zone, incomplete pass. I think Hyman had a step on him, but overthrown. So good stand by Michigan's defense following some awful field position that they were giving up. This is going to be a 43-yard field goal attempt for Chris Blewett. Missed a field goal last week that would have won them the game. Here we go. 43 yards. Kick is up, and that one is curving, but it is good. 2-possession game. 10-0. So the Maulers get 3 out of it. They would have liked a bit more. And for some great field position following the block punt by Madre London. But it is a 10-0 ball game. Pittsburgh in a do-or-die game for them. They are not dying just yet. If the Jaguars made Super Bowl 31 and they beat the Packers, would it be a bigger upset than the divisional round? No. No. I think part of that is the fact that they've done it before at that point. So people would be expecting to some extent. The Packers were a great team, don't get me wrong. It would have been a huge upset, but it would not have been bigger than 31. No one gave the Jags a chance that game. No one gave the Jags a chance in the world that game. Not a single person. Everyone knew they were going to lose. On the road at Denver, considered by many the best team in football. I think by that point, you're looking at a Jags team that would have won 8 straight games, would have had momentum, and had multiple weeks to prepare. If they won against the Packers, I don't think... I mean, it would have been a huge upset, don't get me wrong, but it would not be bigger than the Broncos, because no one saw that coming. No one saw that coming. Each team's biggest upset win and loss. Ooh, man, that's tough. That's tough. I gotta really think about that one. All right. Patriots upset loss. I can't think of any. Patriots win, upset win, Rams, Super Bowl 36. Dolphins. Let's think Dolphins. Upset loss. An upset win. Upset win, I'd probably say the 2019 regular season finale against New England. Upset loss. Again, I'm just doing this on top of my head. I'm trying to think. Upset win, upset loss. Upset loss for the Dolphins. Probably be... I'll think about this for halftime. Because this could take a while off the top of my head. This is going to take a while. Yeah, Super 42, that's the obvious one for the Pats. That's the obvious one. That's what I meant when I said I couldn't think of any. That's blatantly obvious. It's roughly a 2 hour, 15-minute drive from the NFL Hall of Fame Stadium at Akron Stadium. If you lived in Pittsburgh, would you travel to the Hall of Fame to watch the Maulers? No. The reason why, I need a commitment to make sure they're going to be in Pittsburgh. If I'm a fan of any team not named Philly, Michigan, or Birmingham, not Philly, Michigan, Birmingham, or Memphis, I am not going to commit myself to a team that has not played in my city yet. I need a commitment. 83 Seahawks, that's a good one. Yep, 83. Kickoff fielded at the 2-yard line to the 20. So the 25 has got some space. 30, hurls a guy, and now bounds at the 33-yard line. Caden Davis on the return. 8:36 left. All right, let's do Jets. I mean, upset win is obvious. Upset win for the Jets is very obvious. Upset loss. Upset loss. Handoff, gain of about 2 yards on the play. And goes to Stevie Scott. How's it going, X to Beast? How's it going? And 2 on the play, Stevie Scott. Welcome to the stream. When's the last time we played NCAA 14? It's been a while. Been a long time. I'd probably say senior year of high school. It's been a very, very long time. So 2014, 2015. 2nd and 9. Love escapes the sack. Runs out of bounds after picking up 3. Eventually forced down the play by Tizzino, who had an interception earlier. 3rd and 5. I think a Jets upset win. Or Jets upset loss, I mean. I'm trying to think for the Jets upset loss. Because all their playoff losses were not really upsets. I mean, Jets Chiefs was not really upset. Love's going to go down. Love goes down. Sacked on play by Will Miles. Had the tip pass earlier. Gets sacked there. Lost about 7 on the play. Michigan forced to punt. Pittsburgh's defense has come to play today. Biggest upset loss by the Jets. Would it be the Bills game in 2015? Would it be the Bills game? It might be the Bills game. Punt field at the 19-yard line. Makes a man miss to the 30. Still on his feet, and then eventually goes down to 33-yard line, Isaiah Henney. So 14-yard punt return, and Henney takes it to the 33-yard line. All right, Bills. Upset. Upset loss Super Bowl 25. Upset win. Game against the Cowboys in 85. They were 0-10. Was that the one the Cowboys were like 10-0 and the Bills were 0-10? Wait, was that 85, 84? What? That was... Oh no, 84. 84. They were not, yeah. 84. Bills were 0-11. Cowboys were 7-4. Yeah. The worst upset against the Vikings against the Bills in 2018. I know Bills Giants was a huge upset. Huge upset. All right, let's do AFC South. Jaguars upset win 96 against Denver. Upset loss probably 2004 against the Texans. Colts upset loss Super Bowl 3. Upset win for the Colts. Upset win for the Colts. Maybe the Monday night game against Washington that they had? What year was that? 70-something. 78. Yeah, 78 against Washington is probably my pick for that one. They were 3-6 going into that game. Washington was 7-2. I think that's probably the winner for the Colts. Texans. Upset win for the Texans. Upset win. Cowboys opener. Cowboys opener 0-2. Upset loss for the Texans. Yeah, I'm not really sure they have one. Trying to think what would it possibly be. Probably 2011 against the Colts. Probably my pick, but I'd probably go 2011 against the Colts. Titans. 95 at Chiefs for Colts. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Though I guess some people were giving the Colts a chance that game versus 78 or no game a chance against Washington, but obviously the stakes were much higher. Much higher that game. Titans. Upset win and upset loss. Let me think about this one. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. False start. Back them up 5. Pittsburgh's offense has got nothing going outside the opening drive. Let's see. Upset win, upset loss. I can include the Oilers in there. Upset win. Probably the wild card game against Miami. Handoff up the middle, gain of 4 yards. Upset loss. Titans Ravens in 2000. Upset win, again, I would say probably the Oilers upsetting the Dolphins in the playoffs. I'd probably pick that. Second and 10. Well, the 33. Williams goes down. Not a sack. It was an RPO. It goes down the 29-yard line. Williams is taking a beating. The Oilers at Chargers, yeah. That one or Oilers Dolphins. It's one of those two, I think. I think it comes down to one of those two. AFC North. Now. Ravens. Upset win. It's funny, I think upset win, upset loss, same two. Ravens Titans. I think it's the same two for both. Ravens Titans in 2000 and Ravens Titans in 2019. 3rd and 14. Williams drops back, gets rid of it quickly. Gonna try to get some yards after the catch, and he does! He does on the drag route. Isaiah Henney, the speedster, gets the necessary yardage and then some. Gain of about 18 yards on the play. Give him a first down. Isaiah Henney on the drag route. From that point, it was off to the races. That was supposed to be Frank Inda's assignment, and he was late getting to that spot. He was late getting there, and that point, Inda against Henney, you know who's winning that one. The 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Handoff up the middle. bottled up. Madre London gets nothing there. 4:42 left in the first half. All right, Bengals. Upset win. Chiefs game in the AFC Championship. Upset loss for the Bengals. I mean, a lot of they haven't really had any upset losses in the playoffs. I can't really say the game against the Jets because they lost in Week 17. There's some movement. Did he jump to the neutral zone? Did he jump into the neutral zone? I can't really say Bengals-Steelers was an upset loss because they lost Carson Palmer in that game. So I got to think regular season. Got to think some big ones in the regular season. Because it's not the playoffs. Upset loss for the Bengals, and they are saying he jumped. No, I don't think the Chargers will. I don't think that's the biggest upset loss. I don't think that's the biggest upset loss. I think that the thing with the Bengals is that by this point, Marvin Lewis was an established playoff choker, so I can't really say that was a big upset. Definitely not the biggest in franchise history. Biggest upset loss. Let me think about this. 2nd and 6. Hand off to the side. Trey Walker gets about 2 yards there, eventually brought down by Frank Ginda. So 3rd and 4 coming up with 3:30 left. Yeah, I'm just going division by division. Bengals, I'll come back to the Bengals. Mighty football against 15 against Texans. That's decent. I'll come back to that one. The Browns. Upset win. An upset loss for the Browns. Let me think. 3rd and 4. Empty backfield. Williams has not taken a sack this quarter. And there I go jinxing things. 5th time today has been sacked Williams. He's completed 4 passes. He's been sacked 5 times. Tries to scribble out of the pocket and make something happen, but eventually taken down on the play by number 94, Jamal Milan. Your 1950 opener, yeah. I was trying to think more along the lines of post-merger, but 50 opener, that's the winner. That's the winner. 4th and 3. Punt there by Mengel. And it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. So Michigan will take over on their own 20-yard line. Look good for a second there by Mengel, but it goes into the end zone. Got the spin on it. That's close, but it did go into the end zone for the touchback. With 2:05 left. All right, an upset win post 99. Honestly, I'd probably say 20 against the Steelers. I'm not sure anyone was giving them a chance in that game, especially since they didn't have their head coach. Upset loss for the Browns. Upset loss for Cleveland. Upset loss for Cleveland. Upset loss for Cleveland. And now I think the punt went into the end zone, but only Pittsburgh had a challenge to review it. Yeah, they kind of wasted on that Richardson play, which looked very clean cut. Very, very clean cut. Upset for the Browns where they lost. I should be able to have a pretty good answer on this one, but I'm blanking. I'm blanking on this one. There should be something from, like, the 80s. Man, I'm blanking. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to that. All right, AFC West. Upset loss for the Broncos, 96 against the Jaguars. Upset win, Super Bowl 32. That one's easy. Chiefs. Upset win, Super Bowl 4. Upset loss would have to be Colts 95 divisional. Raiders. Upset win and upset loss for the Raiders. Upset win, Chiefs on Thursday Night Football when they were winless. Upset loss, the game I talked about against the Broncos in, I think, 74. I think it was 74. Right? I think it was 1974. I did a video on that one. It was, yeah, at home against the Broncos. It was 2017, 1974. Did I do the Steelers? Oh, no, I did not do the Steelers. Oh, wait, I did not do the Steelers. I know how I missed the Steelers. Upset win, upset loss for them. All right, upset win for the Steelers. I mean, upset loss is 94 against the Chargers. Upset loss is 94 against the Chargers in the AFC Championship. Upset win for them. Upset win for the Steelers. Upset win for the Steelers. 2:05 left, and then we're going to have the 2-minute warning, so... Very slow-moving first half. Not a lot of action. I shouldn't say that, not a lot of points, but there has been a lot of action. First and 10th at the 20-yard line. The upset win... Yeah, 0-5 against the Colts. Yeah, it's got to be 0-5 against the Colts. Got to be 0-5. Yeah. Love. Fires. Pass the sticks. It's caught. Richardson. Down to the 40-yard line. Gain a 20 on the play. Good for a first down. Stops the clock with 1:59 left. Current odds, I think it's 15,000. I think it's plus 15,000. I think that's what it is. It's something ridiculous like that. All right. Raiders, I did the upset loss part. The upset win part was the Chiefs game. Chargers, upset win 94 against the Steelers. Upset loss 09 against the Jets. Probably go 09 against the Jets. That covers the AFC. I gotta think of the Browns and the Bengals for upset losses. Let's think. Giants. I can't think of a good upset win for them. I can't think of a good one. Upset loss for the Giants. Upset loss for New York. Upset loss for New York. Upset loss for New York. Eagles game, oh wait, no, they were not the same team by that point. They were not the same team. Upset loss for the Giants. Man. Hmm. 88 against the Jets? Maybe 88 against the Jets? What was the spread that game? I mean, that was an epic choke job. Giants are 6-point favorites, so it's not crazy upset spread-wise, but considering how bad they blew it at the end, considering what that game meant, maybe 88 against the Jets? Maybe? It's not the best answer, but... All right, Eagles. Upset win for Philly. I mean, Super Bowl 52, but that wasn't really... Not sure how they go like a crazy upset. Upset loss for Philly is the NFC Championship against Carolina. Upset win for Philly. Maybe the Monday night game against New York in 1970? Maybe that one? Intercepted for the third time today. Love gets picked off. He misfired on that slant route. Slant for Caden Davis, and it gets picked off by Keith Gibson Jr. 3 turnovers today. It is a turnover party here in Cannon. I guess Giants with that same logic, I could go 1970 Monday Night Football game against Philly. The game where the booth got drunk. But Love, have yourself a nightmare of a game. That's a terrible throw. Will they bench Love in the second half for Brian Lewerke? I don't know. 3 picks. That one entirely on him, it looked like. That's a slant route. That's a simple play. Eagles, 1950 opener. 1950 opener or the NFC Championship. I would say 50 opener. That's a good one. First at the 39-yard line. Tries his man. The flat is incomplete, intended for Hyman. He dropped it. Time should not be an issue here. They only have 1 timeout, but they have some very good field position with 1:49 left. Upset win for Philly. I'm trying to think. Yeah, upset win 1970. Upset loss 1950. Cowboys, upset loss. I would say that 84 game against Buffalo. Upset win. 89 against Washington. USFL needs a team called the Cannon Footballs. Be a nice name for a team, the Footballs. Throw their call by the sideline. It's Hyman, gain of 8 on the play. 3rd and 2. Commanders, upset loss, probably 89 against Dallas. Upset win for the Commanders. Let's think. 3rd and 2. Handoff up the middle, goes to goes to Garrett Groshek, and he gets nothing. Stops at the line. We'll see if Michigan burns one of their timeouts. Well, Pittsburgh might just go for it here, so I'm not sure if you want to burn one, but we'll see. 1:38, the clock is stopped. So it's 4th and 1. And Michigan is going to burn a timeout. So they figure if they get a stop here, they got the ball back with plenty of time left. No harm done on the Love interception. Oh, $5? Yeah, that's up there. Not sure if I put that as the biggest upset, though. Upset win. Upset win. Upset win. Maybe the Saints in 2012. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Opening day against the Saints in 2012. What was the spread that game? We're looking up the spread that game. I think the Saints were pretty heavy favorites. Yeah, they were 9-point favorites that game, and RG3 just had a career day for game number 1. 4th and 1. There was movement. I think Michigan jumped into the neutral zone, and they did. So Michigan gives them the free 5 yards, and Pittsburgh gets a first down without having to do anything. I don't hate the timeout, but obviously you're going to second guess it after that, as it is encroachment on the play. Very clearly, no one moved. Oh, at Steelers, yes. Yes, no one saw that coming. Yeah, at Steelers, that's the winner. 1st and 10, ball at the 24-yard line. With 1:38 left. Williams gonna roll out, gonna throw across his body, and that is caught by the fullback Mason Stoke. That play was dead from the start. I don't know what that was. If you're gonna call that play, why are you calling to the slowest guy, the fullback? That play was extremely busted. Read that all the way. Guess it was a tight end screen to the fullback. Never had a chance in the world at working. Eventually tackled by Josh Butler. 1 minute left in the first half. Game number 1 out of 2 in this doubleheader. USFL doubleheader today. Hopefully this game ends quickly because we have the New Orleans-Memphis game coming up in T-minus 90 minutes. Empty backfield, 2nd and 13. Williams. He's got time. He stumbles. And both flags fly simultaneously. It's going to be holding. Back him up another 10. Back him up. Both flags. I think both flags landed at the exact same time. Holding on the Maulers. No surprises there. Williams had all day to throw. All right, so I think we got the NFC East covered. NFC North. NFC North. Bears upset lost Miami in 85. Upset win for the Bears. Upset win for the Bears. Upset win for Chicago. Let me think. Upset win for Chicago. After you do all this, you should ask ChatGPT to do the same thing. Yeah, I probably will. They're in 18. They run the ball on second 23, and they're wasting a lot of time. They're not even trying. I don't know what this clock management is. They're gonna take one shot at the end zone. I'm not even sure they're gonna have enough time. What are they doing? Wait, are they gonna? They might not even have enough time to get the. They might not even have enough time to get the field goal in. Oh, okay. That was bizarre. That was bizarre. I don't know what that was. So after all that, it's going to be about a 50-yard field goal attempt. Or 46-yard attempt is what they're going to say. I had the wrong yard line. My apologies. 46 yards for Chris Blewett after some questionable clock management at the very end. But it doesn't seem to matter. The kick is good. 13-0 at the half. Michigan gets the ball to start the second half. We are at halftime. Maulers, do-or-die game, 13-0 lead. And a game dominated by their defense. All right, let's think. NFC North again. Bears did the upset loss. Upset win. Upset win for the Bears. Come back to that. I'll come back to that. Lions. Lions. Do they really have an upset? They don't have an upset loss? I'm trying to think if they even have an upset win. I'm trying to think if they even have an upset win. Any insights to why Tom Benson is his concert stage within the bowl scene versus at the end of the field like other venues? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly why that's the case, but I think a lot of soccer-specific stadiums back in the 2000s had that configuration. Let's see. Upset for the Lions. Upset win, upset loss. 57 at San Fran. Yeah, let's check the And they have the same record, because it was a divisional playoff game. They swept the series, so I'm not sure there was an upset, really. I'm not sure there was an upset. Niners were favored by 3. We're going to call that a huge upset. The comeback itself was shocking, but I wouldn't call it an upset. Upset win, upset loss. Upset win, upset loss for the Lions. All right, let's go Vikings. Let's go Vikings. Upset win, Cowboys 82. Upset loss, Super Bowl 4. That one, I can at least knock that out. Where I think Hopkins winds up, I think Tennessee. I think he'll go to Tennessee when all said and done. Which I would hate, but I think that's what's going to happen. Packers. upset loss, Super Bowl 32. Upset win, 79 against New England on Monday Night Football. Patriots we did already. We did upset loss was Super Bowl 42. Upset win was 36. All right, Lions game. Oh, Patriots 2018. Oh. I don't know. I don't know if that's the biggest upset. It was a big upset, but I'm not sure that's the biggest one. I'll think about that. All right. Rams Mount Rushmore, but no running backs or defensive linemen. All right. So, obviously, no Dickerson, no Youngblood, no Deacon Jones, no Aaron Donald. Okay. I would go... We'd go Jackie Slater. Definitely Jackie Slater. I would say Orlando Pace. We're going to go Pace. We're going to go Slater. We're going to go with... Oh, Patriots landing stuff for Hopkins. Yeah, he's visiting them. You can go Kurt Warner, but I don't think he played long enough with them. Isaac Bruce, Torrey Holt, Crazy Legs, Tom Fears. I mean, Kevin Green, if we're counting him as a linebacker and a defensive lineman, he'd be on there. Tom Mack. Oh, I have Tom Mack's autograph helmet, by the way. I'll show that off in the new studio. Let's see. So Slater, Pace. I've already got 2 offensive linemen. Not sure I could put a third one on there. I'll go with Crazy Legs and Bruce. We'll do that. TV pitch. A struggling college football program brings in a new head coach to right the ship, only to find out they hired a talking dog. That sounds like a bad Disney Channel show. That sounds like you're just dog with a blog, but with extra steps. I've never watched that show in my life, but just the title is bizarre. All right, Lions upsets. Yeah, I don't know with Lions. And Vikings, I mean, 98 NFC Championship, I'd probably say would be the winner there. But, oh no, we said Super Bowl 4. We already did the Vikings. All right, NFC South. Time for the NFC South. Upset win, Buccaneers, Saints in 77. Honorable mention, obviously going to, obviously that honorable mention going to the NFC Championship game in 03 against the Eagles, or 02 against the Eagles. Upset loss for the Bucs. Upset loss. They really haven't had a whole lot of upset losses. If I had to pick one, if I had to pick an upset, Lions up to 2022 Week 18. Lions are a better team. They were playing some red hot football too. Maybe when they beat the Packers to stamp like the 24-game streak at Lambeau the first time. Maybe that. Lions Packers Thanksgiving back in the 80s. Do I have that right? Let me... Do I have that right? Was it Lions Bears? It might have been Lions. Yeah, Lions Bears. That's what I meant to say. Lions Bears 79. They were 1-11 entering that game on Thanksgiving. They won 20-0 against the Bears team that was 7-5. Yeah, I would say that. I would say that. Lions, Bears, 79. I don't know why I said Packers. Had the NFC Central in mind. But yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so NFC South, Buccaneers upset loss. Buccaneers upset loss. I don't even know what could be in consideration. Big Ten passes rule out long dogs on the sideline. This is a talking coach of football team. Try to think upset loss for the Bucs. What could you even possibly pick? I guess the game against Chicago where Brady forgot how many downs there were. I guess that one. There's not a lot of options. There really are not a lot of options. Saints. Upset loss, Buccaneers 77. Upset win for the Saints. Would I go 2,000 against the Rams? Probably go 2,000 against the Rams. Or no, Jets 1980. Jets 1980. Probably do that. They went 1-15. Beat the Jets. They were 0-14. Yeah, I would say that. So 1980 Jets, upset win, upset loss, 77 against the Bucs. Falcons, upset win. Probably 98 NFC Championship. Upset loss. None of their playoff losses were really gigantic upsets. I guess the way they happened was shocking, but none of the upsets, none of the games themselves were massive upsets. So I have to think for upset loss for the Falcons. What would I possibly pick there? Upset loss. You know, I think the Rams were, maybe the Bucs were by like 3, but it wasn't a huge upset. So I think upset loss for the Falcons. I can't think of a good one. At least not right now. Panthers. Upset loss. Might be Super Bowl 50, but I would probably say the Cardinals game in 08. Upset win. I'm thinking the Eagles. It's either the Eagles or the Rams from that same season. 2012 against the Panthers. Yeah. All right, kickoff. Chris Blewett going to kick it off to Michigan here. 13-0 game. I think that covers the NFC South. NFC West. Let's think NFC West. We got 4 teams left. Upset win. Oh, Eagles versus welcome to the stream, Barbara. Eagles versus upset either NFC or Panthers. Yeah, I've said that or the game against the 1950 opener against the Browns. The kickoff is fielded at the 3-yard line. Taken out to the 26-yard line. Caden Davis. Michigan has their work cut out for them. Josh Love is still in at quarterback. Yeah, that's the winner then. 2012 against the Panthers is the winner. That's the winner. Love, 3 picks. No touchdowns. He has been terrible today for Michigan. Again, what's at stake? Michigan, if they win and New Jersey loses, they clinch a playoff spot. Pittsburgh needs to win to keep their hopes alive. If they lose, they are out. Just something to keep in mind. 1st and 10. Love fires. That ball is caught. It was a bit underthrown, but it was a nice comeback there by Cole Heitekini to come back for that one. Gets him into Pittsburgh territory. So a good start to this drive. They desperately needed it. All right, Niners, Cardinals, Rams, Seahawks. All right, let's think of the upsets for that. Rams upset loss, definitely Super Bowl 36. Upset win, Cowboys 79. 1st and 10th, the 41-yard line. Handoff goes to Scott. Scott gets a gain of 9, longest run of the game for the Panthers. 2nd and 1. Okay, so we have the Rams down. Cardinals. Upset win. Probably Cowboys 98. Could be Panthers 08, but I think Cowboys 98. I don't think anyone's giving them a chance in that postseason. 2nd and 1. Handoff. Scott gets the first down to the 28-yard line. 2020 versus the Jets for the Rams. Yeah, that's up there. That's definitely up there. Huge upset. I think 36 was bigger, though, just because of the circumstances. But I don't think anyone was giving them a chance in that game against the Pats. Were giving a chance in that game against the Rams. Let's think. For the Cardinals, upset win. I think I said 98. Upset loss. So Love fires. Wide open man on the sideline. Down to the 13-yard line. For the first time today, they're in the red zone. It's Caden Davis. Gain of 13 on the play. Oh no, Jets for Super Bowl 3 is the biggest upset win for them. We were talking about Rams' biggest upset loss. Jets, it's the obvious winner. It's the obvious winner of Super Bowl 3. 1st and 10. Ball at the 12-yard line. It's a much better drive for Michigan after a lethargic first half offensively. Let's see if they can capitalize here. Fakes the handoff. Love fires. End zone. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown. What a response by the Panthers. It is Cole Heitekini. Or Cole Hicatini, rather. It's Cole Hicatini. My apologies. Cole Hicatini with the grab. 13-6 ball game. A beautiful response by Michigan. After a terrible first half for them, Love battles back. And they're going to try the extra point. Back to a one-possession game. Sent Hicatini in motion. Got one-on-one with him, and I believe that was the linebacker Tazzino, and that's a mismatch he's going to win any day of the week. 12-16 left. Extra point is good. 13-7 ball game. Yeah, Cards over Packers wasn't a huge upset. Cards upset win, I would say Cowboys in 98, or the... I don't know why we're stuck on that still shot there. Or the Panthers in 08. Upset loss for the Cardinals. Trying to think upset loss. Upset loss for the Cardinals. Maybe 74 against the Saints? Maybe that one? Yeah, it's like 74 against the Saints. Got shut out 14-0. Of course, we're a good team that year. I don't think anyone saw that coming. Bears upset. What was that? What did we say for the Bears? Upset loss was Miami in 85. The upset win for the Bears, I think we said the game against the Bucks. No, upset, yeah. Right? Upset win we said for the Bears. What we do? The game against the Bucks, where Brady forgot the downs. I think that's what we did. I think that's what we did. Seahawks. Upset win. An upset loss. Upset win. Okay, let me think. Oh, Saints. I don't even know why I had to think about that one. Saints game. Saints game in the playoffs. Upset loss for Seattle. Rams playoff game? You can pick which year you want for that one because it applies twice. And then Niners, last one. Upset win for the Niners and upset loss. Upset loss is Vikings in 88. 87, I mean. An upset win for them. Falcons in 2012? Maybe? No, I'm not even sure if they were the underdogs that game. Kickoff is fielded. 16-yard line. Returned to the 33-yard line by Josh Simmons. Yeah, Bucks upset loss was Bears, yes. I'm trying to think of a good upset win for the good upset win for the Niners. 88 NFC Championship against Chicago? Probably that one. Though I don't know if they were the... I don't know what the... Niners were favored that game. The Niners were favored. Yeah, 04 was... So I'd say 2020 then. Yeah, 2020. Broncos 06. Yes, that's a good one. That's a great one. Yeah, Broncos 06. That's the winner. That's the winner. That's a great one. Handoff goes to Groshek on the outside. Gain of about 7 on the play. Lost runners maybe NFC Championship. I was thinking that, but I mean the Giants were a great team that year, so not sure I could do that. Clock is stopped. We're at 12:02. And after this game on NBC, we will have the second game of the doubleheader. That game taking place between New Orleans and Memphis. That game is taking place at the Liberty Bowl. Should be a good crowd there. Big game in the South Division. That game is coming up in 74 minutes. So just something to keep an eye out on. Yeah, that was tough. That was a good thought exercise. That was a good thought exercise. Yeah, Broncos was against the Jags. Yes, Broncos upset loss was against the Jags. Upset win was Super Bowl 32. Yeah, that was good. So we're a commercial break right now. 13-7 game. In terms of what is happening in JG9 world, the new baseball video should hopefully drop tomorrow. I've been putting that off for a while because of the move. But a new baseball video should be up tomorrow. We also have... A new video out on JG9. It's about Bud Grant and Dick Vermeil and a bizarre feud they had in 1980 with each other. I'm just checking to see Purple Insider posted their video yet, so I can promote that. But because I don't control the uploads for that one. Everyone likes Memphis in Game 2, right? Memphis has won 5 in a row. New Orleans won last week, but struggled against the Panthers. Pick online. I mean, Memphis is playing hot. I like New Orleans, but that's going to be a close game. That's going to be a very close game. Let me check if Purple Insider has posted the new Bud Grant video. Probably going to come out tomorrow then. It's not out yet, so probably come out tomorrow. And then I'll promote that. And I will promote that for sure. So we got 2 games today. We got 2 games tomorrow. Then we're done for the regular season. We have 4 games in Week 10. I won't be live streaming any of those because that is when the move is officially starting. I will officially be starting the moving process. Got a lot to take care of Saturday and Sunday before I move out on Monday. And you're going to see the new studio, and it's going to look awesome. Williams, low throw on the slammer, but that is caught down at the 47-yard line. Catch there made by Matt Seibert. Gain of 14 yards, good for a first down. We'll say Williams took 4 sacks in that first half. No sacks, or only 1 sack since then, rather. So the O-line has done a bit of a better job. If the 77 Falcons and the 2000 Ravens played a Super Bowl, what would the final score be? Ravens 2-0. Look, the Falcons' offense was terrible. I don't think they were scoring on the Ravens. I think the Ravens probably get... I think it's 6-0. I think Ravens win 6-0. Hopefully the move goes smoothly, brothers. Sorry, man, Ohio. I'm happy. It's all good. It's all good. Thank you so much. It's going to go smoothly. It's going to go smoothly. It's more just a matter of setting everything up. I'm not moving buildings, which is good. I'm in the same building as I was. I'm just in... I'm just getting a second bedroom so I can turn it into an office and do some live streams there and have some more technology that I don't have at my disposal right now. Which you'll see what that is when I do I'll do a studio tour for sure. I'll put out a video for that. 2nd and 9, handoff goes to Garrett Groshek. Getting about 5 yards there. 3rd and 4 coming up. Yeah, Vermeil, I don't think he was the head coach for that game. Yeah, that was 1972. Yeah, he was definitely not the head coach for that game. Forgot what year that was, but yeah, he was not the head coach. 3rd and 4. See if it's 4 down territory here. We'll see. Michigan got a touchdown their opening drive of the second half. We'll see what Pittsburgh can do here. Quick pass behind the line of scrimmage and bottled up. Bottled up. That one's going nowhere. Now they're going to have to punt. I believe that was Tyree Robinson who bottled him up. Or no, it's Kai Nakua. My apologies. It is Kai Nakua. Again, I don't have 21 on my depth chart. But a loss of 2 on the play. And a great defensive stand for Michigan. Was a chance to take the lead on their next drive for the first time today. You guys are lucky you didn't have to deal with that smoke. It was bad here for 4 days. Yeah, it did not look good. Did not look good. My family lives in New York. They were saying it was terrible. They're okay, but they were saying it was terrible. So that's a terrible punt there. It's fielded. It doesn't go out of bounds. It's fielded at the 16-yard line by Caden Davis, but only about 27 yards of net. So a weird game for their punter. A very weird game for Pittsburgh's punter, number 19, Matt Mengel. He's really had a rough outing. He has not punted the ball well, except for that one punt where he had an 84-yard punt, the longest in the USFL this season. Flukiest punt in USFL history, maybe, considering how poorly he's punted this game. So we got 8:59 left. 13-7 ball game. What anime movie is this? Robin Williams, Ewan McGregor, and Halle Berry. I know Robin Williams is in Robots. I don't remember if Halle Berry and McGregor were in Robots. I don't think they were, but I'll just guess robots. I'll just guess robots. NYC didn't even have the worst air quality. I think did Syracuse have the worst? I thought Syracuse had the worst. Syracuse was at like 445 or something. It was bad. I like how that Lobo moves on your score thing. Thank you. Yeah, I thought it would be a nice touch. Nice little possession arrow of sorts. It was robots. It was robots. That had a start to the cast. And here's the thing. I remember seeing that in theaters. I can't tell you a single thing about that movie. I remember absolutely nothing about robots. I remember absolutely nothing about that movie. Harrisburg was pretty bad, yeah. But I haven't watched it since it came out in theaters, what, 06? Remember nothing about that movie. Steve Carell, Bruce Willis, Avril Lavigne. Ooh. Nice haircut. Thank you so much, WVU. Welcome to the stream. Steve Carell, Bruce Willis, Avril Lavigne. Whoa, okay. That screams Illumination. Or it could be DreamWorks. It could be DreamWorks. Megamind? I don't know. I don't know. I'll say Megamind, but I don't think that's right. My first and 10 at the 16-yard line. Michigan. Rough first half for them, but opening drive of the second half, they scored a touchdown. See what they can do here. Handoff. Up the middle. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. Stevie Scott with the run. He's getting pretty much all the work on the ground. I think he's gotten all but one carry today for them. Over the hedge. Oh, yeah. So I was on the line with DreamWorks. I don't remember a thing about that movie either. I don't remember a thing about that one. Second 6. Handoff. Goes to Scott, and he's ball up at the line. Nothing doing there. Eventually brought down on the play by an Azir player. Not a player who just crushes a lot of running backs. 3rd and 6. Love is going to have to throw the ball here. Here we go. 3rd and 6. Love motions Richardson out. Picatinny moves from the near side to the far side. 2 seconds on the play clock. He gets it off. They rush 4. Love goes down. Love goes down. Vaughn Taylor with the sack. And Michigan goes 3 and out. Thoughts on the Stanley Cup and the NBA Finals? Not surprised by either of those. NBA Finals was a mismatch from the start. Stanley Cup Vegas was superior to Florida. Nothing about this is surprising me. Nothing about this is surprising me so far. Now, Florida wins tonight, different story, but that's almost a block pump. Hunter goes down. We'll see if they call anything. Kyle Kramer went down on that one. Is there going to be a flag? As things stand, Isaiah Henney takes it to the Michigan 49-yard line. Yeah, just has not been a good championship series. NBA, NHL. It's just not been fun to watch. Shame because the playoffs were pretty good for both of those, but it just has not been fun. 7 minutes left. No flag on that one. So no running, no roughing. Pittsburgh gets it at Michigan's 49-yard line. Yeah, NBA Finals is background noise for me. At least right now it is. It's just been that bad. It's just been that bad. I'm rooting for Denver. They deserve it. They've been playing phenomenal, and I just love the way they play basketball, but it just has not been a good series. It's been a mismatch from the start. 7 minutes left in the third quarter of action. Very slow-moving game. Again, after this stream, we're going to do the New Orleans-Memphis game. So we'll hop on stream for that one right after this one is done. A lot happening in the sports world today, too. We'll have a Champions League final on one of my monitors. Or should say TV screens. And some baseball happening as well. It's going to be a busy day. A busy day in the sports world. Just adjusting one of my screens right now. We're for dinner as well. I mean, can't really go wrong with dinner. Very important to have dinner. So. Alright, Belmont's today too. I totally forgot Belmont was today. I totally forgot because I'm not used to it being on Fox. And the other thing with Belmont, I don't care about Belmont because the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness had different winners. So Belmont only really means something if it's for the Triple Crown, and it's not. Yeah, Butler's not a legit superstar. He's a great player. I think there's only a select tier of guys that are in that group. Guys like Giannis, guys like Jokic, LeBron, Curry. Butler's not in that group. He's in that second tier. He's not in that first tier. Out route is caught. First to the 50. It's caught by Henne for a gain of 6. So 2nd and 4. Pittsburgh, the big thing this second half, can they protect Troy Williams? He was sacked 5 times in the first half. Hayden, Giovanni McCoy, Jason Wick, definitely a real movie. Was it Ocean's 11, but they tried to rob the QB Dome? 2nd and 4. Handoff up the middle. Nice second effort there. First down. It's Madre London. Gain of 5. Butler is 13 All NBA. Simmons ran off from the next. I mean, to be fair, Jokic is second team All NBA. Granted, that's because of the position value, and Jokic was lesser of a center in the regular season than Embiid. And to be fair to Butler, he was 100% right with the whole Wolves situation. He was 100% right. Williams almost gets sacked, but he steps up in the pocket, and he gets about 2 yards there on the run. Eventually, he's brought down by Warren Saba. I think everything that's come out about Karl Anthony Towns and the T-Wolf situation, Butler was clearly in the right. Butler clearly in the right. They needed him. They absolutely needed him. 2nd and 8, ball at the 37-yard line. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Empty backfield for Williams. 1 second. They're not going to get this off. Did they get a timeout in? So Williams definitely did not get that timeout in. And neither could head coach Ray Horton. Delay of game penalty, back him up 5. Second 13, ball at the 43-yard line. Empty backfield, Williams. Out route, incomplete pass. Intended target on the play was Artavius Lynn, but nice tight coverage there by Kai Nakua. So 3rd and 13 coming up. The Bronco Menace Attack of the Domes. Attack of the Domes, I love that. I love that. I saw your bug ranting for milk controversy. The funny thing is that the Eagles won the MC East on net points, so the week 2 blow was... Yeah, that is the funny part about all that. Actually kind of needed that. Tiebreakers were a bit different back then. 3rd and 13. Williams going deep. Fly route. And that is caught! What a grab! What a phenomenal grab by Isaiah Henney. He is shaken up on that one. Hopefully he's okay. He took a bit of a beating there. But what a grab, what a throw. Led him perfectly in stride. Henney, one... Oh, I don't know if he got the second foot. I don't know if he got the second foot. 1, 2... Where did he make the grab? That's the question. Did he have the ball when that first foot came down? I don't know if he had the ball when that first foot came down. I don't know. We need to see that again. Pittsburgh does not have any challenges. 1... Okay, has the ball there. I think that's a grab. I think that's a clean catch. I think that's a clean catch. Yeah, that first foot is down. Looked like the first foot was down when he made the grab. It was just about to come up, but it was down at the time. The second foot is clearly in. Not sure there's enough to overturn this. Butler on the coverage. Yeah, I think that foot is... Obviously, the right foot at the very end is not in. Was the right foot down when he caught this ball? I think it is. I think it was down. I don't know why they're not pausing the... We don't need to see... We need to just see the pause. We need to see a still frame of when he caught the ball. Was the foot down or not? But it looks like that's a grab. Yeah. This angle shows nothing. This angle shows nothing. Because we already know that foot did not drag. We need it to be paused. Is a completed catch. That's what I thought. Is a completed catch. First down for the Maulers at the, we're going to mark it, the 11-yard line. A 32-yard gain on that one. And Henry looks to be okay, which is good to see. I think of the Jets AFC Team 90 is the only one who would have won the Super Bowl. Of the AFC Championship teams. First and goal to 10. Yeah, I would say so. Williams fires end zone wheel route. Incomplete pass, I guess intended for Garrett Groshek, but he was not in the same area code. Second and goal at the 10. I mean, Butler has not stepped up these playoffs. Adebayo has not stepped up these playoffs. To be fair, though, the Heat, they were relying heavily on undrafted guys having career shooting days. So it was never going to be a sustainable model. But Butler should be playing a lot better than he is. Second and goal at the 10. One running back in the backfield. It's Groshek. Who gets it? Gain of 2. Third and goal at the 8. Again, 3. You can go for 3 in the USFL. So, field goal here would not make it a 2-possession game, but would be a nice answer for Pittsburgh. Best and worst final 3 games. So we're thinking AFC Championship, NFC Championship, Super Bowl. The worst was 89. Third and goal. Williams fires end zone. Not even close. Incomplete pass. Yeah, worst was 89. I mean, try and find me a worse one than 89. Good luck. Try and find me a worse one. AFC was pretty bad. NFC was terrible. Super Bowl 24 was awful. I don't think you can do worse than that. The best. 2011's up there. AFC Championship was great. NFC Championship was a classic. And Super Bowl was pretty good too. Let me think if there's anything better than that. I don't think there's anything better than that. 26-yard attempt from Chris Blewett. Chris Blewett, low snap! And he's able to recover. A very low snap there by Riley Lovingood. But Blewett, 3 for 3 today. 2:13 left. Pittsburgh up by 9 points. $2,000. Yeah. I think 89 was worse, but 2000's in the running. 2000's in the running. Let's think year by year. Let's think. 2021 was pretty good. 2017, worst by far. How? AFC was great. Granted, I hated how it ended, but it was great. Super Bowl was great. NFC was terrible, but that can't be the worst. 85 when the Bears ran through the NFL. And Patriots-Dolphins was a bit of an upset. It was close to some extent. To some extent, it was close. Let's think. Other awful ones. Other just flat-out terrible ones. Other flat-out great ones. Let's think. Best game by a QB with a passer rating of 0.0. Is there even a good one? Is there even a good one? There's got to be some quarterback that won with a passer rating of 0.0. There's got to be someone that won. Yeah, I guess. Okay, I guess the answer would be Jack Kemp in 1965 went 2 for 10 with 1 pick, and they won 29-18. So I guess that's the winner. I guess that's the winner. 2016 was, no, that was Patriots-Eagles. That was Patriots-Eagles. It even was Patriots-Rams. I mean, that game was not great, but the AFC and NFC championships were great. 87's Final Three was like this year's college football playoff. Yeah. I think other great ones. I can't really do anything from the 60s and the 70s because the Super Bowls were never really that great. Trying to think other. I mean, 07's up there, but the AFC wasn't that great. The AFC was actually pretty bad. I'd probably say 2011. I'd probably say 2011 was the best in terms of AFC, NFC Super Bowl. Just consistently good. That whole postseason was great, but that stretch was really, really good. Kickoff going to the 9-yard line, fielded by Kane Davis, to the 25, to the 30, to the 35, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, out of bounds at midfield. It was not Kaden Davis who returns it. That time it was Marcus Sims on the return. 2008 AFC was meh. AFC was kind of meh. Yeah, 2000. I think that 88 was or 89 was worse, but 2000's second. 2000's absolutely second. $1980? No, because the Super Bowl was not that good. I can't really call it the worst either because the AFC Championship was alright. And that one's intercepted! Love drops back and gets picked off for the 4th time today. This one by the linebacker for the 2nd time, Kavaya Tazino. 4 picks for Love. He's not loving it. He is not loving it. Tazino is, though. Tazino, the favorite right now for Defensive Player of the Week, after picking off Love for the 2nd time today. Your worst quarterback player to winning team in the Super Bowl had to be Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah, he did not play well that game. So Pittsburgh going to take over their own 26-yard line. The defense has come into play today. Nice pressure there to force the errant throw by Terry Beckner. But Josh Love, 4 interceptions today. A nightmarish performance for him. And how's it going, XTBs? Welcome to the stream. Welcome back. Let's send the 27 handoff goes to Garrett Welshak. You have about 5 on the play. And the Maulers need this one if they want to make the playoffs. If they don't win this one, their season is over. Most overrated and underrated Super Bowl. All right, underrated is definitely 14. Super Bowl 14 does not get talked about enough. Super Bowl 14 was a phenomenal game. A phenomenal game. I think Super Bowl 14 was one of the best Super Bowls ever played. Highly underrated. Highly, highly underrated. Overrated. So 2nd and 5. There was all sorts of confusion there. I think the offensive line moved before the ball got snapped. So back him up 5. Yeah, false start. '80 was the only conference weekend where both conference championships were divisional teams. I think so. I think so. Let me I think so. Oh man. Yeah, I think you're right on that one. The 82 doesn't count, obviously. There were no divisions. I think you're right on that one. 2nd 10 handoff. Goes to London. They get the yardage back, but still 3rd and 5. Let me just sing on top of my head. Right. I'm not counting 82. I'm not counting 82. Yeah, I'm going through them in my head. I think you're right. 3rd and 5. Williams hit on the play, but delivers a strike. A dime down to the 37-yard line. It is Trey Walker who walks Pittsburgh into Michigan territory. Williams absorbed the contact, got hit on the play, didn't matter. It's a nice hit there. Doesn't matter. Trey Walker makes the grab. Which team that has never won the Super Bowl has the best chance to win it all this year? Cincy. I would say Cincy or Jacksonville. But I'd probably go Cincy. That takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 15 minutes left. Pittsburgh needs this one to save their season and do an awfully good job so far of doing that. Oh yeah, I think 80 was the only year. If I'm not mistaken, I think 80 was the only year that it happened. I got to do most overrated Super Bowl. Let me think about. Let me still go through all the. Still just go through all of them in my head. And yeah, I don't think there was another one. Yeah, there. Yeah, I think that was the. I think that was the one. Yeah, I'm trying to think most overrated. 42 was kind of boring the first 3 quarters. 42 was kind of boring the first 3. Super Bowl 3 also terrible game. I mean, we remember it fondly for the upset. Terrible game though. Super Bowl 3 was not a good game. It gets talked about among the greatest Super Bowls of all time. Yeah, that's for the legacy aspect of it. That's for what it meant. The game itself was not that good. So I'd probably say 3 is the most overrated and 14 is the most underrated. 14 does not get the love that it deserves. 14 really was one of the best Super Bowls ever played. I thought that was a classic game that does not get talked about enough. There's a reason I've done so many videos on Super Bowl 14, because that game was really, really good. Yeah, 16-7. That was the exact score. Yeah, 16-7 for Super Bowl 3. Super Bowl 14, I think you look at the final score, like 31-19. It's like, okay, 2-possession game. But it really was not like that. It was not like that at all. Super Bowl 14 was a phenomenal game. And so many great storylines in that game. So much drama off the field. There's a reason there are like 5 different videos on it. And after this, in 40 minutes, we will be live streaming the game between New Orleans and Memphis on NBC. Will this game end before then? I have no clue. I have no clue. We might have some overlap. I have no idea. Yeah, 14 was the most attended Super Bowl. 14, what is it, like 103,000... I think 103.5. I think that was what the attendance was. Let me check the exact number. I think it was 103,500. It was 103,985. 103,985. It was the most attended. So are these Dolphins the most overrated? No. No, they're not the most overrated team ever. Look, you go undefeated, you're not the most overrated team ever. You go undefeated, you're not the most overrated. You do what no other team has done in the Super Bowl era, you deserve all the love you can get. 1st and 10. Williams at the 37-yard line. Screen pass, game about 2 on the play. Josh Simmons. You can't overrate the big upset games. 3 and 42, huge points for giving no chance. Yeah, I mean, look, Super Bowl, I'm just talking from the game itself. Obviously, the historical aspect, huge. Absolutely huge what Super Bowl 3 meant. Absolutely huge. But the game itself was terrible. And I would not say that 42 people were not giving the Giants a chance. I would not say that. They played their butts off week 17 against the Pats. I thought the Pats would win, but I thought it'd be a close game. 3, no one was giving the Jets a chance. Out route, incomplete pass, intended target on the play was Artavius Lynn, 3rd and 8 coming up. 54 is the most. The game was closer than the final score. Yeah. I think if Damian Williams doesn't score that touchdown, which he should not have scored, by the way. Damian Williams should not have scored that touchdown at the very end of the game. He should have gone down. You don't give the Niners the ball back. You should have gone down. Once you got the first down, you win the game right off the bat. You win it right then and there. He doesn't score the touchdown like a smart player would do in that situation. Yeah, we're thinking about that game as a lot closer. But if the Colts win Super Bowl 3, what happens to the AFL? It depends how they win it. Williams sacked for the 6th time today. It's been that kind of day for Williams back there. Levi Bell and Frank Inda in on the pressure. If it was a close game, I don't think anything would have made a difference. If the Colts won a bloodbath, I think the NFL would have called off the merger. I think they would have called it off. You have to also remember that even after the merger, after the Jets won, when they were talking about what to do for the 1970 season, the NFL was like, "We're not going to rename you guys. We're going to stay NFL AFL, and we're going to have the same teams. We're not going to have even conferences." And they were like, "Wait, what? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that." The Niners, they did not have any timeouts. If they had one, it was 3rd down on that play. So if they had one, it wouldn't have made a difference. I remember vividly yelling at the TV, "Go down." I remember yelling vividly at the TV, "Go down." 4th and 17. Mangle back to punt. Punt. Fair catch interference. Fair catch interference. At around the 11-yard line, so moving up 15 yards. So Michigan going to take over the 26-yard line. Only about a net of 11 on the play. Yeah, it would not have made a difference. Because I remember saying go down. I remember vividly saying go down. And you know me, I have very good situational awareness. Let's see. So the Niners had 2 timeouts left, but there was 1:20 left. So Damian Williams, he gets the first down. The Niners call timeout. Now there's 1:12 left, and they have 1 timeout, so they would have just taken a knee. So 1st and 10 coming up for Michigan. Decent field position after fair catch interference. Can you name every year from 1970 to 2001 the NFC West wasn't won by the Rams or the bad guys from the Bay? All right, let's think. Good trivia question. Top of my head. I think the first time it happened was 1980. I think that was the first time. Falcons won in 1980. 82 technically, but I don't count that. So 80, it happened. It happened in... Didn't happen any other time in the 80s. It did not happen any other time in the 80s. It happened in... let's see. Okay, so 1980, obviously, with the Falcons. Every other year in the 80s, it was the Rams or the Niners, or it was the Strike. The Saints, they won it. I'm trying to remember, was it 92, the Niners was the playoffs at 10-6. So it was 92. 92 with the Saints. 96 with the Panthers. 98 with the Falcons. I think it only happened 4 times. I think it was those 4 years. It was 1980 with the Falcons, 92 with the Saints, 96 with the Panthers, and 98 with the Falcons. Final answer. Super Bowl III, the only Super Bowl that is impossible to have today. Yes. Yeah, it's the only one. Only one that's impossible today. Right, I don't think I'm missing any. I think the Saints only won it once in that stretch. Oh, yeah. The Saints weren't the... Yeah, no. I thought the Saints were the 4 that year. Nope, they were the 3. They were the 3. They were the 3. That's a whiff on my end. Why do I think the Saints were the 4 that year? Because the Niners didn't make it, the Rams were obviously on the road, Falcons didn't make it, the Panthers didn't. Yeah, I should have got the Saints. I should have got the Saints. That was a whiff on my end. That was a whiff on my end. 91 with the Saints, not 92. Off by a year. Off by a year. 1st and 10, 12:46 left in the final quarter of action. One possession game at the 25-yard line following the fair catch interference. Love has been picked off 4 times today, going deep! Incomplete pass. No flag on the play. Intended target was Caden Davis, number 86. Love trying to push the ball down the field. Not deterred from the 4 picks. Coverage there by Keith Gibson Jr. Everyone having a great day in the secondary today for the Maulers. Failing, that could have been OPI. Definitely wasn't DPI. 2nd and 10. 3 wide, you got a tight end. Motioning Trey Quinn just a bit over. They rush 4. Love fires over the middle. It's caught. Down to the 30-yard line. Catch there made by Marcus Ball. 3rd and 5 coming up. Again, after this game is done, I'll take a quick 5-minute break just to adjust all the monitors and whatnot. And then we will have the game on NBC between New Orleans and Memphis. Big game in the South Division. That game, in terms of what's at stake in that one, Memphis and New Orleans are both 5-3. Only the top 2 teams in each division make the playoffs. Both tied for 2nd right now. Love tries to step up and do it himself with his legs. He cannot. Only gets 1 yard on the play before he's brought down by Terry Beckner. Who do I think will be the next commissioner? All said and done. I think it's going to be Dave Gardy. I think Dave Gardy is going to be the next commissioner when that time comes. He's a really nice guy. He's a really bright man. He spoke at my law school. He's a really nice man. I think it's going to be David Gardy. He's right now the Senior Vice President of Football Operations. I think once Goodell steps down, he's got legal experience too. He did a lot of legal work. Definitely not Mike Goldberg. Ivy League education. A lot of legal work, which is important for a commissioner. I think it's going to be Gardy. If I had to place money when Goodell is done, he will hand the reins over to David Gardy. 1st and 10th, 30. For Pittsburgh when we get back from break. Gary Bettman is immortal, it seems like. He's been there for 50 some odd years at this point, it feels like. Crazy. Yeah, some commissioners overstay their welcome. Actually, pretty much every commissioner overstays their welcome. David Stern, Gary Bettman, Pete Rozelle, especially Pete Rozelle. After about like 20 years, commissioners start to deteriorate in terms of how good they are. So I'm a bit skeptical because history's not on Goodell's side. I think Goodell is quite young for a commissioner, and the league has grown tremendously under him. How much longer do you think Goodell will be there for? He's on the younger side, so like he's 64. I think he'll go for another. His contract's till 2027. I think he'll go till 2030. I think at 2030 he will walk away. Do you think the major conferences in college football will break from the NCAA model and create their own system? No, I don't think it's going to happen. They've talked about that for a while now. I think it would have happened by this point. If it was going to happen, it would have happened by this point. The A's in their series against the Pirates make the Pirates being the best team in the league back in April seem like ages ago. Yeah, A's have won 3 in a row. A's have actually won 3 in a row. I told you, the A's are not the worst team. They're not the worst team in the NFL. I'm taking the Royals over them. How old is Gardy? He graduated from Brown in 1996. So, I mean, he went to Brown starting in 93. So, I would assume he was born in 75. So, we're making 48. So, become a commissioner in his mid-50s. Do it for about a decade. I could see that. Oh, all the commissioners embrace being booed. It's part of the job. Goodell embraces being booed. He criticizes the fans when they don't boo loud enough. It's so funny. It's so much fun to watch. Yeah, Cardinals are not the worst team in baseball, though. They're pretty bad right now, but they're not the worst team in baseball. Gain of 2 on the play. Wide receiver jet sweep. You know, St. Louis, yeah, obviously, look, the Cards are playing very poor right now. They're not worse than the A's or the Royals. Especially the Royals. They're not worse than the Royals. The Cards are honestly just some consistency with the bats and a few more pitchers away. They're not... And that division's so bad, I still think they can win it. I still think the Cards can win that division. Second and 8. Gets a snap off with 1 second on the play clock. Williams scrambles, low throw. It's caught at the 36-yard line. Catch there made by the running back, Gary Groshek. 3rd and 3. Based on current form, no, it's the Royals. It's still the Royals. It's still the Royals. Dean Spanos is commissioner. Have you seen the Royals play lately? I mean, they've looked atrocious lately. They've lost 4 straight. They lost 7 of their last 8. 10 of their last 13. 14 of their last 18. It's the Royals. Williams gets rid on the drag route. It's called to the 45, to the 50, to the 45. He's got some room. And down at the 42-yard line. Catch there made by Trey Walker. And he walks him into Michigan territory. The 42-yard line. You know, 21 on the play. Thoughts on the College Football Players Association threatening to boycott the next EA Sports game for low-blowing player players? I think it's insane. I think it's ridiculous. Look, at the end of the day, you want something or you want nothing. That's what it comes down to. Because there's 10 gajillion athletes that are going to be in this game. You want something or you want nothing. You don't have leverage. You don't have any of the leverage here. I think it's one of those things where, look, you're going to get something, be grateful for what you get. Because there's 100,000 athletes in this game. I mean, think about it. I don't know if they're going to have FCS teams or not. I don't know if they're going to have the FCS teams or not. But if they do, you're looking at 250 teams, each team with about 100 players on the roster. Do the math there. It's a lot of players, a lot of money to go around. So, do you want $500 for doing nothing, or do you want nothing? It comes down to. The game is getting made either way, whether you like it or not. It doesn't hurt you. You're not really being exploited, so take the $500 and just be happy. If you want to be the guy that holds up the creation of a game that's been a decade in the making that everyone's looking forward to, be my guest. They won't have FCS. Oh, that stinks. I didn't like in the next gen games on PS3 where it was FCS East, FCS Southeast. I didn't like that. I like having the actual teams. But still, there's going to be a lot of players. A lot of players. Will a team in the MAC make the college football playoff on a 12-team format? I mean, I could see it. I could see it. I'll explain how. 1st and 10. We go. Williams rolls out, fires, quick throw. Gain about 3 on the play. Catch there made by the fullback Mason Stoke. A lot better than his last catch. 2nd and 7. I mean, who knows what the American's going to look like now that every team is pretty much leaving the conference. I think the Americans are starting to collapse just a little bit in terms of their football prestige. You could have a situation, I mean, Northern Illinois, they were the highest ranked BCS team about a decade ago. They made it to a bowl game in the BCS because of it, so I think it's possible. I think it's definitely possible. Is it likely? Not really sure, but it's possible. I wouldn't rule it out. They go undefeated. They have to go undefeated. I don't think a one-loss team is going to make it. But an undefeated MAC team could easily do it. London gets the handoff up the middle, down to the 30-yard line. Getting a 9 on the play. Good for a first down. Yeah, I assume they did that because of the rights. Yeah, but that's why I like the PS2 games better. That's why I liked 04, 05 a lot better than I like the next gen. I wasn't really a huge fan of 14. I mean, Rob Manfred's not the worst commissioner because Gary Bettman exists, but if they have the designated runner rule, I would hate that. I can live with the DH. I can't live with the DR. I can't live with that. Handoff goes to London, gain a 3 on the play. 7:30 left. Again, a field goal makes it a 2-possession game. It's not a 2-possession game just yet, but a field goal would make it that. Second and 7. All at the 22-yard line. Williams is going to hand it off to London. London at the 15. London at the 10. London bowls his way forward to the 9, or the 7-yard line, rather. Madre London pushing the Panthers all the way to London on that one. Getting a 15, good for a first down, 1st and goal at the 7. Pittsburgh has a chance to put this game in a very good spot. London down to the 5. How does the designated runner rule work? You can designate one player a game that doesn't have to run the bases. So then once they get on base, you just put in the designated runner. I think that's how it would work. I hate that rule. I think that would be a terrible, terrible rule. Do you want track stars taking over baseball that don't know how to swing a bat? Because that's how you get track stars. And that's how you get, it just becomes who can sign the fastest players. With no skill except they can run fast. That's not what baseball's about. Gain a 2 on the run, 3rd and goal at the 3. Yeah, the highest ranked team from the non-Power 5 gets an auto bid. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. They already confirmed that. The question is, can a MAC team do it? I think they have to go undefeated to do it. But it's possible. Oh, I can't wait for college football to start. Who can? It's going to be so exciting. It's going to be so exciting. Speaking of exciting, D-backs are up 5-0. Holy cow. They're going to do it this year. They're actually going to do it. I don't believe it. 3rd and goal. Ball at the 3-yard line. Williams. In the shotgun. They don't need to get... Why are they snapping with 15 seconds left? That is terrible on the part of Pittsburgh. Ball up at the line. 4th and goal. Probably going to hit the field goal here. Make it 2 possessions. Why are you running? Running so quickly? There were 15 seconds on the play clock. You're up by 9 points. Why are you calling the play? Take the extra 15 seconds. Take it down to 2 seconds on the play clock. Why are you giving them extra seconds that you don't need to give them? Oh, that's terrible clock management by Pittsburgh. That's terrible. No other way to put it. That's terrible. Chip shot field goal though for Blewett. He is 4-for-4 today. He did not blow that one. 5:06 left. Really, it should be about 4:30 left. Pittsburgh called a lot of plays with a lot of time on the play clock. 19-7 ball game, though. Michigan has got nothing going offensively outside of one drive. Love has thrown 4 picks today. He's going to need to get something going here. This one's not over, but it's not looking good. 5:05 left. Michigan going to get the ball in the kickoff. Been a terrible, terrible game for them offensively. Pittsburgh's defense has come to play. Michigan's offense, 4 picks, 2.5 yards per carry. Not so much. So the lowest pass rating is 66.9. You think it'd be a lot lower than that. Arkansas State has a waterfall in its team, so I can't wait to throw the ball out of bounds like James Blackman taking James Madison. Yeah, I would throw a pass into the waterfall just to say I did it. Kickoff is fielded at the 5-yard line to the 20. 25 has to stumble a bit. 30, 35. Nice little return there to the 39-yard line. Returned that time by Marcus Sims. Of all the Panthers teams you can think of in pro sports, which team is the best colors? Oh, the Carolina Panthers. I was going to say the Panthers. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't really change anything. Yeah, Carolina Panthers. I love the black and blue look. I love that Carolina bluish look. I guess it's not really Carolina blue. It's not as light as the UNC blue, but I really like that one. Yeah, 66 rating is not bad for throwing 4 picks. Love. Quick little throw, gain of about 6 yards on the play. They got to go quickly, though. They're down by 2 possessions. Time is an issue at this point. Under 5 minutes left, though, so actual NFL clock rules apply. So the clock will stop when incomplete passes and whatnot. 4:30 left. They are taking their sweet time. I don't know what that... There was someone, the receiver on the far side was just walking back. Love's going to run for the first down. That is pathetic. I'm sorry, that is pathetic. That is a terrible lack of effort there by Michigan. I'm not one to call out people for lack of effort, but there was a receiver on the far side. Couldn't make out who it was. But there was a receiver on the far side that was just walking to his spot. Killed about 4 seconds off the clock that they didn't need to. You're down by 2 possessions. You got to go. You can't walk back to your spot, especially now on the second play of the drive. You're not tired by that point. Love fires. Out route. It's caught. Can he get out of bounds? He went out of bounds backwards, so the clock is going to keep running. Trey Quinn Gain of 5 on the play. Or gain of 8, rather, I should say. Yeah, there they are just jogging, just walking back. They're taking their sweet time. Do they not realize? Do they not realize the situation here? Love. They rush 4. Fires deep. Incomplete pass intended for Caden Davis. Never had a chance. Arnold Tarpley on the coverage there. 3:15 left. 4 down territory for sure. Now, this would be a time where you call a draw play. Get the first down. They're not going to see it coming. This would be a time where you call the draw. Because you're going for on 4th down. They're into, and there it is. They call the run. Yep, that was the call. That was the play down to the 30-yard line. Richardson, gain of 8. I got to get back to the line and go quickly, but that was the play. That's exactly what I was talking about. Not really a draw play, but a run up the middle, but Richardson gets 8. Got to go quick, though. 1st and 10 to 30. And only now is the offensive line getting set. They got to be set a lot quicker. And Love goes down. Love gets hit on the play. The offensive line was all out of sorts there. Love gets sacked. And it was Bryce Torndon on the defensive back blitz. Mark it at the 37-yard line. So 2nd and 17 coming up. I'm assuming Michigan called a timeout. In fact, they're showing all these replays. I'm assuming Michigan called one of their 3 timeouts. And they did. 2:43 left. It is imperative that Michigan gets something going here before the 2-minute warning, so they have that extra timeout in their back pocket. Again, this one is not over. You can go for it on 4th and 12 in this league. You got 3-point conversions. It's not over yet, but you got to get something going here. 2nd and 16. Slant route dropped. It's been that kind of day for the offense. Joe Walker. Now the NFL has penetrated the German market. Where's the next international destination the NFL wants to imperialize? I could see Brazil coming up. I could see Brazil being the next spot. I could absolutely see Brazil. And then Australia time difference is going to be a killer. They're not going to get the snap off. Okay, they did with like half a second left. And Love scrambles, steps up. Incomplete pass, actually probably better. They dropped it. 4th and 17 coming up. Ball at the 35-yard line. All right, here's what I'm going to do. Because let's call for what it is. If they don't get this, this game is over. There's another game coming on in 15 minutes. If they don't get this, I'm going to call the stream with a 2-minute warning. If they don't get this, I'm calling the stream with a 2-minute warning. Because I got to get ready for the second stream. I want to start that one on time. 4th and 16. They rush 4. Love goes down. No flags. Pittsburgh takes over. And Pittsburgh, barring a complete choke job at this point, is going to stay alive, improve to 3-6, and get right in the thick of things for a playoff spot. All right, so I'll wait until the 2-minute warning. But again, we got a game at 12 o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern, between New Orleans and Memphis. There's no gap in between the games. So I figure if this one is over and out of reach, I will just get ready for that stream, catch my breath for a bit. So we're just going to wait till the 2-minute warning. Let's make sure nothing crazy happens. I was going to say no flags on the play, but almost got a horse collar. Almost got a horse collar. Probably lucky that they didn't get a horse collar tackle there. Handoff goes up the middle. Gain of 3. And Michigan is not going to call a timeout. We're going to take it to a 2-minute warning. So they figure, again, 1 first down for Pittsburgh ends it. Get the timeout so Michigan gets the ball with like 1:35 left, down by 12. I don't think it would happen. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to regret this for the rest of my life if Michigan comes back and wins this game. I'm calling it here. I'm going to get ready for the New Orleans-Memphis stream on NBC. So we can start that one on time so I can catch my breath and set my monitors the way they need them to. I'm going to call it here. I'm going to assume that Pittsburgh takes the win. They're up 19-7. I don't see a way for Michigan to come back. This will either be the coldest take of the year or it will be the right one. But I'm going to call it here again. Join me in 10 minutes. We will do the New Orleans game against Memphis, 2 5-3 teams in the South Division. I'm calling it here. I'll see you guys in 10 minutes.